Hello everyone, welcome to this cryptocurrency video with Sjoerd. Before we get into the content of this video, do me a huge favor and subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button down below, guys. And today I want to talk about Bitcoin. We have some price action going on and I want to take a look at the charts. It's been a while since we have seen a move from Bitcoin, so definitely stay tuned for that. In my opinion, we're getting close to a big move for Bitcoin. And I found some interesting things I want to share with you. Last but not least, if you haven't seen yesterday's video, definitely go and check it out after you've watched this video, of course. In this video we broke down the bearish scenario for Bitcoin. I get it that nobody wants this to happen, but of course we have to look at the bullish and the bearish scenario, guys. So today we're going to focus on the bullish scenario. At this point of the video, it was the highlight of yesterday's video, he pointed out that he expects after this big move, we will see the biggest bull market we have ever seen in Bitcoin's history. So definitely a really exciting video, in my opinion, to watch as well after this. So today I want to focus on the bullish scenario of Bitcoin and what I want to see as a bull. Hello everyone, let's go into the charts and see what we are doing today. So this is the 1 hour chart of Bitcoin. I mapped out this demand zone over here and I wanted to show you a few things apart as well, and then we'll move on into the big picture stuff. So what we can do, guys, over here, what you can see over here is that we have a demand block for Bitcoin price at this level, and we touched it multiple times. And what we've seen from Bitcoin in the past, and what we also seen today, is that when we go into a demand zone multiple times, guys, and we test it and we keep on testing it, it's a sign of weakness and eventually it's going to break, and today it broke to the downside. We got a little retest, a bearish retest, and then we went lower. So right now we're a little bit below that. Of course, when you lose a level, guys, and the support level, it will turn into the resistance when you come back up. As well, if you on the other side, if you go to the upside and you gain a level, it will turn into support. It's called an SR flip. So first this was support and now it's resistance. So definitely an interesting thing I wanted to share with you guys today. And let's go over to the daily. Let's see how the daily looks. Okay. So for me, nothing really has changed for now. We're still in the range. Going to show you how to define the range for yourself as well. Take a little bit off as well. Okay, so I hope this is clear for you to see. You can put on the 200 moving daily moving average, and we'll map out some lines. I like to use the horizontal ray. I go from the swing low over here, map out previous resistance where we got above, and now it's support. As you can see, the retest over here we went up. And if we want to see where the resistance is, I like to go back to this consolidation phase and map out the resistance we got over here. Was that this level, I think? Yes. Yeah, we got above it for a while and then we came back below it, got above it, a little fake out, and on the downside we came back inside of the range. So we're still ranging. And what I am expecting for the coming time, guys, is as a bull, what I want to see is I want to see a retracement to the downside, which is healthy, I think, after a 40% rally, because this was a 40% pump to the upside. And then I want to see the bulls defend this area and see us test to the upside again. And in the best case scenario, guys, if you want to be bullish, of course, we all want to be bullish. I want to see a higher high as we made over here. That will be a really nice structure. And you would probably ask, how do you get this level over here? In the first place, it was in this range, it was the resistance level. We're now above it. So it turned into support. And if we take a FIP retracement measurement from the start of this breakout and the start of this rally, we take a magnet over here, go from the low to the high over here, and we can see that the 0.618 FIP, we also pointed out in yesterday's video, Bitcoin loves to respect this level, as well on its pullbacks to the upside and to the downside on the small picture, but also on the big macro picture. And we can see that it lines perfectly as well with this level over here. So we have double support, in my opinion, from this range, but also from the 0.618 FIP. So if you want to be bull, and me of course I want to be bullish as well, I want to see the bulls defend this level and make another attempt to the upside. That would be really nice, so nothing to worry about as of yet. And then of course what we want to see is get a little bit of this at this level. So it means we gain this level and we go to the upside. And of course we also have to consider the other side of the scenario, which would be that we do not manage to hold this level and we get rejected when we go below it. Then it would look more like this. We go below it, we get a bearish retest, and we continue more to the downside. That would be an unhealthy sign for me, guys, personally. I would not like to see that. After such a big consolidation and accumulation, if you want to be bullish, then you want us to see hold this level. If you come back into this range for a little while, it's not a problem, but you don't want to go lower than this level, I think, for sure. 72, let's say 7200, I think, is the last stand for the bulls for me in my opinion. So we definitely want to hold that. Okay, now let's zoom out a little bit more and go to the big macro picture. Because yeah, we can, if we zoom out and we look at what Bitcoin is really doing, we can see that yeah, in the coming weeks and months we're going to see a big move happening for Bitcoin. We're still in the range, so I mapped it out for you. See a bottom support. Lowest we can go in my opinion is this box over here. It's the 5.5k support and goes up all the way to 5.8k. And we also have the 200 weekly moving average inside the box. So this should be a really strong support. And to the upside we have the 11.5k level. And that if we can get above there, guys, you can see what I expect. I have a little bit of a moon out there. And of course the red flag down here. When we go below this box, I think it's time to stop thinking about hodling. The power of hodl, I do not agree with that. If we go below the 200 weekly moving average, I think it's better to get out to see what the market is going to do. Because if we're going to see a panic sell-off, as we pointed out in yesterday's video, which is also a little possibility, we also have to take it into account. Then you don't want to be hodling and you want to sell and buy back cheaper, of course, because that's how you want to look at the market. You want to look at how many coins you have and not at the dollar or the euro or the yen or the British pound valuation. You want to focus on how many coins you have. And if I talk about Bitcoin, I mean the crypto market in general. So if you're really only interested in altcoins, if Bitcoin goes down, altcoins go with it, and other way around as well. So yeah, we're still arranging, guys, and yeah, best case scenario, of course, we want to stay above this low we put in, and we want to make a higher high to be bullish. Right now I'm neutral on the market. I'm completely in fiat. I'm waiting what's going to happen. We have the halvening coming up, of course. It will be the first halvening for me, so definitely exciting. And waiting to see what's going to happen. I expect a big move to come out of this range. And if we go into the range a little bit closer, we're on a weekly time frame here. And yeah, you can see a negative slope on the 20 moving average, which has been very important for Bitcoin in its bull markets. So now it's a negative slope, so that means the trend is to the downside. And if we go to a line chart, we can see that as well, that we are in a downtrend. We still haven't made a higher high as of this level, and that's what we really want to see, of course, if we want to go into this region. And on the other hand, guys, we have the upsloping trend of the 200 weekly moving average, which is of course a positive sign and is a strong support. Bitcoin has never broken this level, and I don't expect it to happen. But yeah, we're going to see a big move, I think, if we use the brush and we continue this negative slope on the 20 moving average. And we take the 200 weekly moving average. You can see, guys, we're coming to an decision point for Bitcoin, so it will probably happen in the coming months, and we'll decide the next move for Bitcoin for this year. Every year we see a big move for Bitcoin. In 2017 we saw a move from at the beginning of the year from $1,000 to $20,000. In 2018 we went from in 1 year time from December 2017 from 20k to next year 2018 December we were at 3k. 3.2k or something. So yeah, this market tends to move. It shows big moves, and I'm expecting another one, either to the upside or to the downside. Normally I would be in favor of the percentage wise that we would go up for the bulls, but as we are in a downturn, guys, I think it's 50-50, and we're going to have to see and wait what's going to happen. So that's why I'm neutral on the market. It also makes my life easier. If the price keeps on going down, I can buy back more Bitcoin or altcoins. And if the price decides to shows me a bullish structure and we're going to make a higher high, then I can buy back in. I can feel way more comfortable about my position and increase the probability of my position going above water instead of buying and seeing my position going down into the red, so underwater. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's take a few things off. And of course I pointed this out as well over here, very important in my opinion. When the bull market comes, guys, either way where this big move is going to lead to, we're going to see what's going to happen. We're still in this channel. When the bull market comes, guys, it will be huge either way, when we break out to the downside or the upside. Of course it will take longer if we go to the downside, although I don't think we will stay in this region very long. It will be a quick panic event with institutions and smart money buying down here, and we will see a big bull market after that. And if we of course go into a bull market from this region, it will be earlier and it will be huge as well, I think. If you see what's happening all over the world, stock markets keep going up. Every country is lowering interest rates. In yesterday's video I showed you negative interest rates are coming to the Netherlands as well. I received a paper from my own bank where I could see it with my own eyes. So that was also quite a day. I was a little bit mind blown by that. That's really going to happen, but of course we all know it is going to happen. It's a reality. So okay guys, I hope this is helpful information about the big picture, what I see, and that this helps as well. So definitely press the like button if you like what I'm doing here. And let's move on to the next topic I want to talk about, and it's the holding mentality of this space. A lot of people are using this tactic. And it's it basically means you have to hold on to your position until your daily life. I agree in an uptrend. In an uptrend, of course, you want to buy and hodl because eventually you will be above water and prices keep on making higher highs. But as of now, guys, we are not in an uptrend. Sorry, we are making lower highs. We are making lower lows. You can see it very clearly over here. So I don't see any reason right now to hodl. And so certainly if we start to lose this region, that will be a big flag for me. First flag for me. Where is it? Over here. That will be a first flag for me to think about my strategy and my position. Am I having a good position here? Am I taking too much risk? How high is the probability of this going lower? Because this would be a little bit of a bearish scenario. We would go up here, come and probably make a retest, and retest the lows and probably go lower. And people will probably become really bearish again at that point in time. So definitely wanted to point that out as well. And if you're hodling, guys, I don't know if that's a good tactic, because if you go into fiat and prices are in a downtrend and continue to make lower highs and lower lows, it's better to be in fiat and to buy back, to increase your position, because that's what it's all about. In the end, you want to increase your position in a bear market and you want to increase your position in a bull market. And you can do that in two ways. You can sell your position into fiat and buy it back cheaper. That's of course the less risky way. That's what I like to use. And of course the second way is taking an option on a platform and shorting Bitcoin. But that's very dangerous in my opinion, because we have these really really heavy pumps that shake out a lot of bears. For example, how much is this? This pump right over here, 40% pump. This pump over here, guys. A lot of bears got nervous on this move, 44%. For now it's still a lower high, and what we want to see as a bull is we want to see a higher high. If we do not manage to make a higher high here, guys, that's also not the best sign for me, and I start to get a little bit nervous as well. And yeah, all we can do is hope that this support down here, if we come here, is going to hold. I think this is definitely a buying opportunity for me to at least buy one Bitcoin, to at least see what the bounce is going to bring us, and probably make a little bit of profit as well in this consolidation phase. So I'm definitely watching that. For now I'm still staying out of the market. I tried to short Ethereum at the 200 daily moving average, but it didn't get there. Unfortunately, Bitcoin did. So okay, I missed out on a little small position, just a little swing trade, nothing special. But definitely guys, if you're hodling right now, and you should definitely think about your strategy, because you want to hodl things that are in an uptrend. So for example, if we go back to the bull market over here, and you were hodling, yeah, that's a good strategy. For example, even if you bought in at the high of this rally, then you would just have to wait like 2 months, probably 3 months, and after that we kept on going up and higher. So then you will be above water again, and that's when you want to hodl. You want to buy things that are going up. You don't want to hold things that are in a downtrend. That's what I learned from a little study about investing. That's also one of the rules of Warren Buffett, world's most successful investor. That's what he points out in his tips as well. That is really important to buy things that are in an uptrend. Buy when there's blood going through the streets. And be patient, because money is transferred from the impatient to the patient. So let the market show its real hand, and then you can decide if you want to act on it or not. So, but definitely guys, I really believe in this scenario, because else I wouldn't start this YouTube channel and be in this market. Because when the bull market comes guys, maybe it will take another year, and we'll have to wait and see. It will be huge, I think. We'll see a real big hype cycle again. Okay, let's go into this part. What did I want to show you an example of the hodl strategy and just selling into fiat and buying back lower. So for example, if we take the bear market over here from 2004 to 2015, we can see that we came up, and as soon as we broke to the downside, that could also be, there was a break of the support, could also be a red flag for you, as I just pointed out in the other slide. To sell your position and to reevaluate, and if you did that at around $500 and we broke when we broke the 550 level and you would have sold the 500 level, that's still a 10% loss of course in fiat valuation. But if you for example would have bought back at this level over here, which is around $250, then you would have doubled your portfolio. So to put that into perspective, this is just a simple example. So $5,000 for example, you would have sold 10 Bitcoin for $500. It's $5,000 of course, and then you would have bought back 250. You would have now have 20 Bitcoin, and after that, guys, look what happened after that. We came back up. And when we came back to the same level, you would have had 20k instead of 10k in dollar valuation, or 20 Bitcoin instead of 10. So that's definitely something you want to think about, and as well for the moment in time where we are right now. If we do not manage to hold this retracement level or this support, I think it's a first warning sign that you should really look into the charts and see if you really want to still hold on to your position, because it's a sign of weakness to me, to be honest with you. Okay, I also want to share that with you. So a little bit of a bearish scenario. I do not expect this to happen, but of course it is possible. We don't know what's going to happen. Nobody knows. So we'll have to wait and see. But I don't really want to go too deep into this scenario. So that's what I see into the charts at the moment, guys. And what's really exciting me as well. So yeah, the halving is coming up. It's getting closer and closer. So yeah, it's only 4 months away, so really excited to see what's going to happen here. Are we going to continue in this downward channel, maybe come back down to the low of this side and see something like a reload accumulation phase, and we can see a new rally into the halving. It would be really nice, of course. Okay, this is a little bit exaggerated, but you get the point. On the other hand, guys, I'm a little bit worried about the trend lines we have in this formation. I wanted to share this with you as well. The more times as we pointed out at the beginning of this video, the more times you test a level, after a certain point of time, you will break it. So for example, the resistance, hey, that was not the right one. I want to use the ray for this. So if we draw a resistance line, okay, this is highly subjective, guys. We want it now. Want to draw it like this. Yeah, this is highly subjective, guys. You can draw it as you want, but for now we have a chance for the bulls to break to the upside, but we are not really seeing the follow through I want to see, and there is a possibility we're going to come back down inside of this downward channel, and the more times we're going to break this downward trend, this trend line, I think, the more times we're going to touch this. If we decide to come back down again, it would line up with multiple indicators. We have this support, we have of course the 200 weekly moving average and this support trend line. But the more times we're going to test this line, guys, it's going to break one way or the other. So we're going to definitely exciting to see what's going to happen here. And I feel really good about my position. I'm really happy I decided to get out of the market as soon as I recognized the downtrend, and to wait to see how big this correction was going to be, and that makes it of course a lot easier as well. So always good things to think about for yourself as well. If we continue this downtrend, do I really want to keep all of my positions, or do I want to reevaluate? I think that's the most information I wanted to share with you guys. So yeah, definitely exciting times. We are going to see a big move happening this year, I think, as we have seen every year until now. From 2017 to 2019, every year we have seen big moves. So yeah, definitely exciting times. That's why I'm also into this space. A lot of it can happen in a short amount of time, and it's a big opportunity in my opinion. Either way, we're going to go up from this region we are in right now, or we're going to see a bearish scenario, and after that, probably in my opinion, fast trend to the upside again with the double bottom probably. But we have to see later about how that's going to play out. So I definitely hope you like this content, you like this information. I plan to make more of the daily videos, so definitely subscribe to the channel and like the video, and I will see you into the next one. Bye bye guys.